Well boys, today's the day that the R32 motor is about to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the power steering pump and the AC compressor and just unbolt it from the motor and leave that in the car because I don't want to be messing with those systems. I just want to get them off the motor so we can have the motor out. We're going to see how far we get, but what I really need to get done is take the flywheel off because I'm getting an action clutch today and they're going to resurface my flywheel tomorrow, so I got to get the flywheel out to them. So if you don't know why we're pulling the motor, go watch the last video. I'll have it up in the corner. I explain what happened. I'm not going to explain it in this video. So this is the radiator drain plug. Has all kinds of metal shavings on it. That's not good. It's definitely good that we're going to be pulling this motor, but that is no bueno. So we are almost ready to pull it out. I just got to do the power steering and AC, get those off the motor, heater hoses, and then the engine and trans mounts, and drop the drive shaft. And I think that's it. We'll find out as we pull the motor up slowly, make sure that nothing's getting stuck on anything. But getting this harness out was such a pain in the ass. It's just so cramped in there, it's hard to get it unless you just throw it over the top, which some people do just because it's easier, but then it looks like shit and I don't like that. So I'm gonna forge ahead and hopefully we have the motor out soon. So I just pulled the cast off the motor and I was worried that the cam seal had failed. However, it is really clean on the inside, so it appears that the cast is fine. We won't know until we just go to start it back up again, but I believe the cast is fine. I was really worried that this was all messed up. Because if you look here, there was so much oil built up around here. I thought maybe this cam seal failed and oil was getting in there and that would have been very, very bad. However, it appears that it's still good. So I just wanted to verify the timing and take a look at the timing belt. It does appear to be in good shape. It's definitely in better shape than the HKS one that I have. Alright, now we have both the power steering and the AC compressor disconnected from the motor, and they're still hooked up to their system, so they should still work once we put them back. So now I just got to disconnect the heater hoses. I'm going to do them right there. I'm not going to do them at the motor. Let's just pull it all together as one. And then we have to do the stuff under the car, which is the motor mounts and possibly drop the drive shaft. So here's the oil drain plug. I cleaned it up just a bit, but there wasn't really any metal on it. There's a little bit still on it, but it was nothing like the radiator one. So I don't know why the radiator one's like that. The only thing I can think of is maybe there was buildup or something somewhere in the actual motor. Not too sure, but that is a little alarming. I never had any cooling issues with this motor though, so I'm not sure why there would be metal in the coolant, but not in the actual oil. I mean, there was a little bit. Unless the head gasket is cracked at cylinder 4. That's the one that's losing pressure in the leak down test. So it looks like we are ready to pull the motor. The trans is loose. I have it drop down a little bit. The drive shaft is unbolted, but it's still in the trans, so we just got to slide it forward and then it'll pop out. So we have to get everything above this line. So the plan is going to be to bring it out as much as we can and bring it up. And then we have the car raised. We're probably going to have to jack it up and then take the jack stands out and lower it so we can get this, because this should be able to do it, but we'll have to see. We'll just play it by ear and see how it likes it. Well, good news, we got the drivetrain completely out. So now we can take a closer look at things on the motor before we throw it back in, but like I said, trans has to come off. I need to get that flywheel off tonight, but we get to look at the turb ski, which looked pretty good. It doesn't have side to side shaft play, and it has a very small amount of front to back shaft play. And when I looked at my other two RB20 turbos, they're the exact same way, and as long as there's no side to side shaft play, we should be fine. We're only running stock boost anyways, we're not trying to blow this little ceramic turbo up. So when pulling it out, obviously the shifter has to come off because it hits the tunnel, so that had to come off, and it's always annoying to take it off. I always forget that you can just take this nap ring out and pull the actual shifter handle out, so that's another option, which is a little bit easier, but just took the 6 bolts out. So now we gotta take the starter off, take the trans off, check out the clutch, because I think it's stock, but I don't know. We'll find out right now. Alright, well, I'm calling it a night. We got the trans off, the motor is sitting here. We got the flywheel off, so that's great. We got to get that resurfaced. Got to pick up the clutch. I have some bad news. I don't think that this is going to get done nearly when I think it will be. Only because we can't reuse this head because we have to get it resurfaced if we want to reuse it. We'd have to get it resurfaced and we'd have to take everything off to do that and get new gaskets, and don't really want to do that. I have this head here that I already got resurfaced, and it's already been gone through, and it actually has RB26 cams, so we had to swap these RB20 OEM cams into it. And I had an intake manifold gasket and an exhaust gasket, and I cannot find them. I have no idea where they are, so looks like I'm gonna have to order them and wait, which sucks so much because I want to get this thing back in the car already. The last thing I want is this car to sit for a year like my 240 did. It's really depressing when your car is just sitting and you can't do anything about it. But anyways, I still have to get the clutch and everything. I will update you guys in the next clip on what the game plan is, so I will see you guys then. Alright guys, so I have good news and bad news. Bad news is we are not putting this in this weekend like I thought we were going to. I have everything ordered, but it's not going to show up till the end of next week, so fingers crossed that next weekend we can get everything put back together. In the meantime, we're going to be cleaning everything up. I actually already started a little bit. Cleaned up this little turbo elbow piece. So I gotta do that. I'm probably gonna do the cleaning off camera just because it's kind of tedious and annoying. It's really unfortunate that the Skyline is down. Thankfully though, I did get just about a year out of it. I got like 11 months of driving. And I'd have to check the cluster again, but I believe I put like 23 to 25,000 kilometers on it. And I did get a lot out of the motor considering the amount of time that I actually had with it. I still don't know why cylinder 4 rings failed. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.